What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your man, Coach Block. I'm here with
your girl So Fab. Hey, y'all.
And I'm not up. There I go. O-B-L-I-O. Hi.
the dopest in the game. And so now we're going to take another swing at this and try to be professional because clearly today we're off the rafters. But hopefully we make it a comfortable environment for our guests to come in.
Gosh.
So to my right, Kim's left, we have Miss Kenya. Miss Kenya is one of the entrepreneurs who was a part of the cohort that we had for the past, it was 10 weeks? 10 weeks. So we got an opportunity to work together on some of her passion, which is now become an entrepreneurial endeavor. Would you like to tell us what that is?
Sure. So I recently created a company called Nurture's Nest, and we are a postpartum wellness service. We offer postpartum care in home.
So now, to be serious, so let me get out my smiles and all that because this is actually a serious thing. Can you actually explain postpartum because it shows up different for everyone?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So postpartum, according to how it's documented, is the amount of time that it takes for a woman to recover, heal after she has birth. Typically, they say that lasts 6 weeks, but we all know that is not true.
Mm-hmm.
And so now that's why I have my business.
How would one know that they are in postpartum?
Well, postpartum, like I said, is when after you have your baby.
Mm-hmm.
The 6 weeks they say after having the baby.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other layer of postpartum is also postpartum depression.
Okay.
Right. And so a lot of times people know they have postpartum depression because they're starting to feel isolated. They don't want to get up. They don't want to shower. They're not opening the windows. They're not doing their day-to-day activities.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so they'll start to decline. And sometimes they decline in even taking care of the baby,
Mm-hmm.
which are telltale signs that postpartum depression is setting in.
Okay. Okay.
So what are some of your techniques to kind of alleviate that?
Oh, very good question. So with my business structure, what I do is I offer in-home services, right? And so oftentimes what that looks like or what that will look like is just coming in and sitting with our patients, right? Or our clients. I call them my nesties. Yes. And just having a conversation with them, right? And maybe that is meal prepping so they can have nourishment, right? Or maybe that is assisting them with lactation coaching or feeding at 2 a.m. because I don't know what I'm doing. My baby will not latch, right? Or maybe that's just sitting with them on the couch and just holding space for them to just talk. Right. And then just reminding them, like, you're not failing. This is just a new experience for you.
Yeah. And what brought you into this? Like, what made you say it? Because we do know there's a need 100% for it, especially amongst women who look like us.
Absolutely.
So what made you say, you know what, I want to go ahead and I want to fill in this gap?
Well, so I have a daughter and I have a grandson. So my grandson is 3 years old. And I watch my daughter.
Come on, sis.
Didn't I tell you she does it? What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you? But when I was talking to you, didn't I say that's what she does? I said she'll take it and she'll do this, and next thing you know, the conversation changes.
Like, good. Come on.
Thank you. But I watched my daughter struggle in postpartum. And in watching her struggle in postpartum, I remember my own postpartum. And then also during that time, I started working. I'm a nurse. So I started working at a facility. And I'll just say one of the staff members, very young, vibrant couple, had a 4-month-old baby. And one day the parent that I work with came home to find her with a bullet to her head. And so she took her own life. And so that baby won't know his mom. And so although I don't know her, I can't even tell you her name, but I know her. You know, I know her. And I still carry her with me to this day. I couldn't pick her out of a lineup, but I carry her with me to this day. And I just remember feeling like watching my daughter, hearing her story, thinking, we got to do better.
Yes.
And God put it on me, like, that's where you come in. You are the better. Show up. And so I started thinking about this concept and it just wouldn't go away. And so I was like, I need to get in the room with other entrepreneurs that are doing what they are doing so I can get resources. So because I can't let this vision die.
No.
I feel like it is my soul work.
Mm-hmm.
And so here I am.
I love this. And it, like you said, it's so needed because a lot of my girlfriends, did go through postpartum depression. And a good girlfriend of mine actually had twins. And it was one of those things where, you saw the signs, you knew something was going on, but it's like, how can I support you? And a lot of that is based out of community. Like you said, just holding space. Let's take the babies for a little bit just so you can rest. Let me just braid your hair. Absolutely. But I feel like a lot of that gets ignored because oftentimes women who look like us, it's like, oh, just suck it up, you'll be fine.
And it's actually like the expectation that we are to be strong, independent, right? Like even when we're going through postpartum, like it was just a part of life, right? But for me, I just feel like postpartum should feel like sanctuary and not survival, right? There should be a village, right? And I want to bring visibility back to the village.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because if you look at other cultures, they surround.
Yes.
They surround. They don't leave you high and dry after the baby shower's over. Then nobody hoops and hollers.
Come on, hoop and holler.
Okay. So that's where Nurture's Nest will come in and serve. And we're there for as long as the parent needs us to be there. The clients needs us to be there. We're there.
Love that. And one thing that you mentioned, and my mom used to say it all the time whenever, she would come across somebody who was pregnant, having a child, she said, everyone's there once the baby is born. But once you go home, things get real. So she would always give the mother a gift or, do something following to make sure that they're okay.
That's it.
Because the baby always gets the attention, but no one's focusing on the mom.
Yes.
So how do you even help?
I'm sorry. You were so serious because all I remember telling mom is, what about me?
Well, that was gonna be my question.
That's only because I remember that conversation because she was like, anybody worry about your black hair? I'll warm up the damn bottle and change something. That was her answer. But it's a perfect segue for us to really talk about the fact that there is something for the men as well.
There is, because there's actually postpartum depression in men as well, right?
I didn't have it.
Yeah,
I got too many kids.
All these damn kids. Oh Lord!
Look, you made them.
What am I doing? Dear God! Wow!
Dear God.
Oh no! What do you want from me? See how now we laughing when it comes to the men. See how y'all act? See how y'all act? It comes to the men, everybody's like, we was just like, and so what we're gonna do with the moms? We're gonna love on the mom. It came to the dance. Don't warm my bottle up.
You ain't shit.
No, but I'm sorry. All serious. I'm sorry. You didn't give me a bottle of water. Would you like a bottle of water?
Oh no, I got you.
Okay.
Now, what was your question?
Your services when it comes to the.
Oh, great. Absolutely. So we do provide partner support, right? Because there's so much that they don't know and so much that they're going through as well. So we acknowledge that it's not just a mom that's in it. It's whoever her partner is too. It's whoever's in the household. It's the kids that's in the household as well. Right? Because no single person goes through postpartum by themselves. Right. If it's a household, the household goes through postpartum, right? The household's not getting sleep, right? The household's not getting fed. The household's not being cleaned properly. The dishes are mounting. And so everyone is affected. So we do offer partner support and just checking in just to make sure that you're okay, and providing you education just to kind of understand how to care for baby and how to care for mom too, and how to care for yourself in the process.
Yeah. Now, is there and for those who are not educated and even for young parents who don't know, there's not a time limit on this. It may show up at a different time. Things may be cool when you get home, but then it may show up in, so it's not something that may be immediate, correct?
That is correct. I think in general, as women, And I say that from a woman's perspective because we are the one who chemically changes after having a baby,
Mhm.
right? There's chemical and hormonal changes that happens to our bodies
Mhm.
after we give birth. And so a lot of times we're so used to making it look good.
Mhm.
So one day it just doesn't.
Mhm.
And it's like, why you ain't say nothing? Say what? I didn't know what to say.
Mhm.
Right.
I didn't have words. I didn't have
Mhm.
Right.
language.
Right.
Who was listening?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Who was listening?
Mhm.
So it's like, and then it's the subtle signs that you'll start to see, right? And that's the beauty of having a service like this because we're invisible in the home.
Mm-hmm.
And when everyone else has to go to work, you got other responsibilities that you have to maintain.
Mhm.
We're able to be those eyes.
Mhm.
We're able to see, and we're able to step in and say, "Oh, this is going in the direction of postpartum depression.
Mhm.
Let me provide some mental health support from an expert to come in, right,
Mhm.
and disrupt that pattern." Or let me do the dishes. Sit down, take a breath.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Same thing for dad. You come home from work, she probably mad at you.
Yeah.
She ain't showered. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
She hasn't taken a bath. She hasn't eaten. She's exhausted. So now there's tension between you all. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know.
And there's resentment because you get the hell out and you get to live your life. You had a
Right.
good lunch
Yeah.
today. You slept well last
You
night.
ain't have to worry about this baby all day.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Right.
Oh
So there's this whole
What
disruption
are
in the
you- what?
household. So now we're no longer friends.
Right.
yeah. Now you get on my nerves.
And don't touch me.
Right.
You know?
Right. Mhm.
Like, no. And so
Yeah. All these things. Every box is being checked right now. So if you don't have children, fellas, you're learning something right now. Because every box, you're like, now you just sit on the end of the couch looking like
yeah.
you don't even know how to move.
Don't even breathe. You better not hear me. I better not hear you breathing.
And you get this baby. Don't touch my baby. Well, what the hell? Which one is it?
Because it's always our baby.
Right.
Get this baby. You go get it. Don't touch my baby. What the hell? So you just stand there at the crib like this. Tell me how to move right now. So let me ask you this question, because this for a dad who has 3 daughters, does this service exist anywhere? Like, is there a model, or are you really like out here just on the trail, just as a trailblazer with this? Because I've never heard of this type of service.
In my research, I haven't seen it either. Not to say that it doesn't exist. I just haven't found it. Oh, that was cute. Thank you. I haven't found it where it's in home. And we know there's doulas, right, for the birthing process. The birthing process is actually the easy part. Let's be honest. But I haven't found a model such as the model that I'm offering. We'll be launching in January. Stay tuned.
So then with that, what partnerships would you like to have in something like this? Or,
would
like,
you work in tandem with doulas?
Yeah. And actually next month I take a postpartum doula course myself.
Awesome.
Because I want to work my business from the front to the back, at least the first year, so I can know the ins and outs. I can be in the field with my nesties to know what they need. Maybe some service that we provide they don't want and they need something additional. And the only way to know that is to be visible. But I definitely want to partner with other postpartum doulas, as well as lactation consultants, massage therapists, because I want to bring that spa feeling into your home, right? I want to bring, and even I even thought about it, like even some people who want to come in and like do a facial or do, hair, put your makeup on, and so, yeah, I want to definitely partner with other OBGYN clinics to kind of find my clientele. But yeah, definitely.
That's dope. I
Mm-hmm.
like that.
And then how do you, well, actually 2 questions. So my first question is, how do you maintain your self-care? Because it's a lot of energy. It's a lot of caring and a lot of pouring into multiple people. So how do you make sure that you stay in the right space to be able to continue to pour?
Thank you for asking me that question. And so that's something that I've learned recently. It's something about approaching 50 that you just learn how to do you. Yeah. Praise God.
See? The wild part is I said this like the last class we said, I'm like, my sister will do this or this, and then we're off. Now I'm just over here like.
But but it's something about that you learn. You guys are hilarious. But you learn boundaries, right? You learn how to use the word no as a complete sentence, right? And you're able to assess like, what are you capable of? And then what do I need resources to assist me? Because I don't want to do it all. I have no desire to do it all. We're not called to do it all by ourselves. We're not. We're called to be in village and in community. And so just like the same way I want to offer to my nesties, I need to offer that same thing to myself and just being realistic. And even my approach, like I don't want to just overnight success because then it's going to be too much for me.
Right.
You know? And so I want a slow, steady, organic growth so I can really just hone in and then start to hire. I've never hired anybody before. What does that look like? You know? And so I do plan on establishing a team, you know, a real close-knit, tight-knit team. But yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like using resources.
Oh, no, that's right.
Okay.
And what type of advice would you give being in this seat? Like I look at myself now and I joke, I was 20 having my first child. 21, 20, whatever.
We're
One
22.
of them. 22 was I? I'm old now, so I don't know. But I don't forgot.
It'll be woman.
Yes, I know she's 22 right now, and the conversation comes up whenever she talks about how hard life is for her in college and all that. And I'm like, imagine having a you and doing it, because we did.
Yeah.
So that's why I always joke with her. I'm like, the best birth control is knowing that you doing this is hard right now. Now I had a kid. Now go sit down somewhere, no college parties. But what advice would you give the young parents who are now in this and they come home and you have no idea? So like, for example, I'll give a story. When my oldest daughter was born, she was in the bassinet and she was just crying. Like, now that I know, because I'm super vet now, right? This is just what the baby's going to do. She's going to go through her fit. But mom looked at me, looked at the bassinet, screamed, and ran in the bedroom and locked the door. And I called my mother like, what do I do? She says, the baby changed. Yeah. Baby fed. Yeah. Temperature? No. Oh, well then y'all all right. Click. But I didn't know what to do. It wasn't even so much the baby. I didn't know what to do with her because she ran in the room and locked the door, but she had just screamed. I'm like, what the hell? So what advice would you give to those young parents out there? Because like you said, everything was Gucci, gravy, and wavy when we was doing the what's that, the baby shower and all that, and then everybody. The next thing you know, that first night alone, you're like, so what do we do with you?
It gets real quick.
So what advice would you give to the young parents?
I would just say, utilize your resources. Utilize your resources. Whoever is around that's in your village, actually utilize them. So many times we like, oh, I don't want to trouble such and such. Trouble them.
Hello.
Okay, period. Because
Trouble
when
them.
Rhonda called me in a minute,
Yeah.
I'm going to jump
Yeah.
my behind right on the road to get
Trouble
to
them.
Charlotte in a given moment.
Trouble them. And it doesn't feel like trouble to them. But we've been programmed to believe that if we ask for help, we're problematic. And so we have to change that narrative and how we think and that mindset shift. And that plays into that whole independent woman, that whole independent, we got to be strong.
Okay, period.
Yeah. So we gotta revamp that. So reach out, have communication, have honest communication. When someone asks, and for people who are supporting people who are having parents, ask them how they're doing. Don't ask about how the baby's doing, because I can assure you she's probably doing a phenomenal job. He's doing a phenomenal job taking care of the baby. How are you doing?
No, I ain't changed my drawers in 2 days.
That part.
Right.
And that's real.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just been with this baby for 2 straight days. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Now, how do you make sure that your service is affordable to the community, but then also sustainable for you?
Okay. I think you were asking that. So how I have it formatted now that I'm offering packages. And so this is kind of like a self-pay thing. But the beauty of it is, if you have a family member that that's about to have a baby, you can offer that as a baby shower gift, right? And so that it's something that a family can offer, because maybe my family member lives in Texas and I'm here and I can't be there with you, right? And no one can stay with you for the whole duration, but Nurturesness can, right? And so we offer packages at various rates. We offer different tiers. Like I have a tier for like our warm and fuzzy moms who want that warm blanket. They want that hot cup of tea, that aromatherapy, that nice soft lighting that kind of puts a more soft, mellow mood, right? I also have a tier for the moms that are more systematic. They want checklists. They want, they want structure. They want the pantry organized with the, the bottle feeders and all that good stuff. And so there's packages. And so based upon the package and, maybe what somebody might sponsor you or what you can afford yourself, there's something for everybody in there.
Awesome. Awesome.
I'm a proud coach.
Oh.
We came up with that. You're doing the damn thing now. I'm trying to tell you. Because we thought about like how we wanted to package things to not because think about being in that state and then now you're overwhelmed. Like, I don't know what to pick. So if we bundle it together, it might make it a little bit.
And to where it's still fair for you because, you have a very nurturing spirit and probably a very good giving spirit. And then you get in that situation. It's like, well, I want to do more, but it's like you said, you got to have boundaries because you still need your coins at the end of the day.
You still need your coins. And you still need your own piece. And this is a total change in specialty for me. So I work in a specialty called electrophysiology. Most people don't even know what it is.
Is that I was going to make an educated guess.
What you gonna say?
Okay, so like, of course, your brain has like electrons that run through your body. So is that like the amount of voltage that's pretty much running through your body that spreads through?
You're doing good with voltage, but it's actually the voltage of the heart. Look at you. Okay.
Give yourself a round of applause.
Look at you. Yes. I know. That was good.
Thank you.
Yeah, you get 10 points. It's across the board. But in working in that, I was a pacemaker defibrillator nurse for years at the veteran. I'm at the VA. And so I love my patients. Love them. I went to their funerals when babies had babies. I was there. They had my personal cell phone number. And some of them still call me to this day, even though I'm not at the VA anymore. But it got to the point where it's like, it got to be a limit to everything. It got to be a limit to everything because you don't get me on Sunday.
No.
Okay.
I don't even get my own sister on a Sunday.
Okay.
I know. I'm like, man, she ain't answering.
Limited resources.
I got to send a text that says, call me. And then it's a choice if she's going to call back.
Right. You gotta at least have one day for yourself.
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah, you don't get me on Sunday, love. And it's weird that you thought you would, but okay. I still love you. Monday is the next day. Just wait.
Hello.
Just wait.
You had on last Saturday. What more do you want?
And if all else fails, call 911.
What do you want from me?
My poor Shayla.
So my phone is on Do Not Disturb until
in your
noon.
village, who do you have working with you to support you through your entrepreneurial endeavors? Like with homegirls, anything like that? Like, so how do you have your team in place to support you with this journey?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. So I do have a village of friends. We were just on a call last night. We're all on our entrepreneurial journey, some further than others. And so we're there to like assist each other, provide resources. I have Echo.
Yes, you do.
Oh my God.
Do we meet tomorrow?
Oh, do we meet tomorrow?
I don't know. I didn't see it on the calendar, but I know we're supposed to keep going.
We got to keep going.
Yeah.
And so Echo has been phenomenal because before I even started, like I said, I was just Googling. I was researching. I was like, I got to get in the room with other entrepreneurs. And I've done other endeavors, other courses, but they didn't offer anything. It's like, I gave my money. And now what?
That's it.
You know what I mean? Like crickets. And so, but so I got with Echo and I was just like, okay, cool. Let me just, give this a try. I didn't have high expectations. I just went in with open mind though. And Echo has given me confidence, one, to discuss my business. When I first met with him, he said, who knows about this? I said, nobody. My mother didn't know. I was like, and I realized I just didn't have the confidence to talk about it because I've been for 20-something years doing electrophysiology. And I can talk about that with my eyes closed. And so this felt I felt vulnerable, right? I was a novice all over again. And so he gave me confidence working with Ken one-on-one to like just talk about my business to the point where it feels natural, right? They give me language that I didn't have before with Larry Long and pitch and things of that nature, understanding my why, right? And then they gave me connection with people who have really poured into me and who believe in my vision, who support my vision and put me on to other opportunities that I wouldn't have got, not being in that room over there with all those bright colors, So I'm happy.
Gonna make me cry. And what was dope was we started working on the video for her website, and she was like, "Who's supposed to read it?" I'm like, "You,
Girl, you.
But we sat down, we did. That's why I was wondering if we were meeting tomorrow. If we're not, that's cool. We can meet next Friday. But we had started the intro, and then as soon as we were done, I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go over here and read it in front of everybody else right
Put me
now."
on the spot.
On the
I
spot.
was like,
Let's
I'm
go.
not ready.
Then on the next cohort, you're gonna read it in front of them.
Yes, ma'am.
And the only reason why is because
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I was about to say, you think I'm bad. She's worse.
Yes, ma'am.
The amen choir. We're like, yeah, what's the problem?
Let's go. Period. Yeah, no, Kim would definitely just be like, all right,
Yeah.
just let me know when you need me.
But it's just because it's such a great program. And I feel like the more confidence you have with it, the easier it's going to be for you, because this is a need. As a dad, or as watching other moms, all that. This is a need. It is no different than I used to do in-home services for mental disabilities, and this is no different than that, where you're going in the house and you're assessing, like, okay, he done wiped some crazy stuff on the wall.
Yeah.
We got to fix this. You know what I mean? But then what you're looking at is mom or dad just at their wits' end, and now before something goes tragically wrong, you got to intervene. And so to me, this is no different than this is another form of social and emotional support.
Absolutely.
And people also, like you said, going back to just people knowing that it's okay to ask for help. Because I will never forget when I was working at one of the dental offices, and it was a doctor who's a new parent, him and his wife, this was first timers, but they got so much backlash because they hired a night nanny.
Yeah.
And he was like, but we got to work. Life doesn't stop and we need rest.
Yes.
And I thought it was a genius idea.
Yeah, and I was too poor to get it. When I heard it, I said, a night nanny?
And
But it ain't in my budget.
People frown upon. I never forget when I had my daughter. I had my daughter in 97, and I was exhausted. I labored for 3 days. I was exhausted. And the second day, my sister said, bring her to my house. You got to get some sleep. And so she let me and her dad sleep. My mother was livid. Like, I'm tired. And I'm like, why am I explaining to you why I need sleep?
Exactly.
She was livid. It's like, it's not like my baby's not being well cared for.
Right.
I'm exhausted. I have nothing to give her right now. She had that, waking up every 2 hours in the middle of the night. So she's crying and I'm crying. I got my sleep. I was recharged.
Yeah. Now we're ready to go.
A good night of sleep when you're dealing with a baby goes so far. so far. When you hear that, you're like, oh.
Yeah. And you crying too.
So
right.
And I encourage people to, like you said, that not only just consider this, but to budget for it. It's no different than budgeting for your self-care, for your therapist, for the gym, for a massage, whatever that may be.
And you got
But
months
make it
to
a
do
priority.
it. You know it's coming.
Right. Or like you said, have somebody gift for it instead of saying, oh, here's my Amazon. No, I need y'all to pay her because I'm gonna need her.
I'm gonna need about 2 hours.
Yes. Start a GoFundMe for that shit.
Hello.
Yeah. And I would love to get to a space where I have, and I don't know what that looks like right now, but like a membership.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because
That's on the way.
even during those milestones when there's that sleep regression, every phase is something different that you've never seen before, that you never experienced before, that you don't have language or tools to deal with. And so we're here.
Well, I'll tell you right now, you keep working with Ken, you have a membership because I mean, it's no different than a gym membership.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You
What
know?
is that supposed to mean?
Well, because I mean, we're gonna think of a way
Oh,
to
I
make
thought
sure
you
that
meant
she's
more kids. I was about
No.
to say no, damn it, no,
Like, what?
no.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I was
to
gonna say,
make
'cause
sure?
I thought you were saying he got all them kids over there.
Saying, we're gonna make sure that you get to the point where you can
gotta
offer it. Because
clarify,
in my
'cause you
mind,
know
I'm
how-
like, that's massage lux or envy. Like, if you're gonna pay $179 every month for a massage, pay $179 for something like
Do
this.
you know how I would have worked to make sure that happened?
Mhm.
Not
Yeah.
just for
Yeah.
myself, but also for my ex-wife
Mhm.
and current. Like, man, please
Mhm.
help
Yeah.
me.
Mhm.
That should be an ad. Just a man, help me. Because you don't know until you know. The one
Mhm.
thing about being a parent is you don't know until you know. You control absolutely nothing. Once the baby's on the scene, you now belong to them. They don't
Yeah.
belong to you. You're
Yeah.
on their call.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you don't learn it until you're in it. You can give as much advice as you want. I have 3 daughters. All 3 were different. Number 2 slept. Number 1 did not. Number 3 will not, because she still don't sleep. Yeah.
Present day.
But they're all different. You know what I mean? So so you can't even be like base it upon past experience and it's all different. You're rolling the dice. It's all brand new. So
And,
yeah.
and you don't know what experience that mother is going to have, right?
Mhm.
She might have a good pregnancy one, and then C-section the next that was traumatic. You don't
Mhm.
you don't know, And then you said your friend having twins. There's a higher chance of postpartum depression with twins, right?
Ooh.
Because not only do I got one, but I got 2 of you.
Mhm.
Woo.
I'm
Lord.
outnumbered.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then who is coming to take care of your twins?
Right. Exactly.
Because that's a lot.
And I'll never forget the one time I took the babies, put them to sleep. I was like, okay, girl, she was knocked out. I said, well, everybody sleep. Everybody sleep. Okay.
What now?
Yeah, I'll just sit here and watch TV. But you can see the peace on her face of I can finally rest.
Yeah.
I'm safe. The kids are safe.
Mhm.
They're not needing anything. And
Mhm.
she was knocked out.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it is needed, and I commend you for this because you definitely you tapped into something that's needed, especially in our community. And I
Mhm.
just hope and pray that for the women out there who are watching this, and when we reshare it and all of that, that you will take advantage. And how do they contact you?
Very good. So this great man over here is helping me with my website.
Come on,
So and
sis.
this is the beautiful thing. I said, God, thank you for this moment because I'm able to speak about my business before I even have my socials up or
Hello.
anything of that
Mhm.
nature, right? And so, and that's the power of being in the right rooms at the
Mhm.
right time and being connected to the right people at the right time.
Come on,
So I
Yes, yes.
thank you. Thank you all.
Now, I do have a question though. What would be the one question if you could put it on your website? Because remember how you said like people don't even know that you're in you're in crisis. What would be the one question that you would say someone who's watching should ask to find out? Like, because it's like, do you need help or how do I engage with you in one question to be able to say, okay, I know the next phone call to make?
I think it's simple, but it's how you deliver it. And it's how are you doing?
There's
Right.
your tag.
That means that's you,
Mhm.
not your baby, not none of the other kids. How are you? That's assessing where are you at in your core, in your soul, in your mind, in your mood. How are you doing?
That's gonna be another reel. We got you.
Mhm.
That question right there. See, we threw it up and you dunked it. I love it. So, any final words?
I would just say to anyone out there that is expecting or is in the middle of postpartum right now, just take a deep breath. Know that you are doing a good job. Know that there are other resources out there and Nurture's Nest is coming.
No, that's right.
Congratulations.
Come on,
I think
ew.
now let me ask you, was it as bad as you thought it was going to be? Was you nervous?
I was nervous.
I was like, oh, she's nervous.
Now the question is, how do you feel now? You can keep going, can't you?
I can keep going.
I love it. All right.
Like another messy letter.
And about that messy letter, baby, you done got comfortable on the microphone now. And it's okay. That's what we want to do. So thank you. And we'll make
Thank
sure we
you.
continue to follow up with you and then, work working as coach. We're gonna keep doing what we do
Mhm.
so that we can see your dreams come true.
Thank you.
Now, if you can, though, for us, the final thing that we do on the plug is plug another entrepreneur. So who should sit in that seat next?
I will give it to the Alphabet Crew. Have they said here?
Who's that?
That's Afia and
They have not. Kanita.
Kanita.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're next up.
I will give it to the Alphabet Crew.
Sounds good. All right.
All
Say
right.
less. So y'all on deck. I'll send out the email. Kim, Obi, any final words?
Oh, make sure you follow me on Twitch. I be going live on Tuesdays and Sundays. I got my first subscriber like 2 weeks ago.
Congratulations. Give yourself a round of applause. There you go. Cool.
I don't do any of that.
No, I think where we're at is enough right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
What in the world?
That was
yeah.
from-
Oh, I was about to say, yeah.
Mhm.
He went crazy.
Well, you
So-
also had Instagram. I don't know.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh,
Squares?
yikes. Sorry. Hiring a prostitute in Pensacola.
Right.
Yeah.
That's diabolical. Okay, period. Benadryl is a good one.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
We'll do-
sorry, Instagram.
we'll do better
We will
next
do
time.
better. You know what my problem was? I didn't put it here. Wait, that's the wrong one anyway.
Yeah, that's not right.
You know what? We're gonna go ahead and get out of here for the night
Yeah.
because I have not been on my A game, but I think we pulled this show out. So make sure y'all have a good night. Everybody be safe, and we will talk to you again tomorrow. TDS
Wait,
Radio.
no, we won't.
We won't. What's
No,
tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Friday.
Oh shit! I thought it was Wednesday.
Oh,
What is- Yeah, y'all-
So we'll be back next
y'all
week,
have
guys.
y'all have a good weekend and enjoy yourselves. And
I
if
don't know
y'all ain't
what
got
he's
nothing to do,
talking
come
about.
out to Echo on Saturday because Miss Marvis is going to do her line dancing, Hot Girls, Golden Hot Girls line dancing.
Mhm.
So come on and check it out. And all you got to do is just give a donation. All right, TDS Radio, our voice, our culture. Obi, what is going on?
I don't know.
We doing live dancing. That was getting
Oh, that's the fan?
my
Oh, cat. All right, there we go.
That's scary shit.